Hi everyone, it's Diane. Welcome, welcome. Happy Monday. Happy spring. Yay! It's officially spring. Now, if the weather will cooperate, we'll be all good. Yep. So, hope you're all doing well. Pat on the back to me. I just happened to check my mic here before I recorded and saw that there was no audio. So, I actually got to fix that before I did the whole video this time. Woohoo! That doesn't often happen. Yeah, so if you're new to my channel, welcome. Glad to have you. Yep, Ella's in here again. I had the window open for her. Say hi, and goodbye, because you're going to go outside in the hall if you jump on the table. And to those of you who've been with me, welcome back. Yeah, and thank you again for all of your thumbs up and comments and sharing. And speaking of comments, the video that I did where I was going to give away some products for paper crafting, whether you use them in cards or journals or whatever you like. I only had 2 responses on that video about the supplies, and so I decided I'm going to share with both of them. Now, I've already heard from Beth. I have her address, and I've already started some piles of supplies over there. So I need to hear from Sophia. Sophia, I sent you a message on what I do. I replied to your YouTube comment. And if you will send your mailing address to diane@bohostamper.com, then I will get the packages ready to send out hopefully this week. I have to go to the post office and see what the most economical way to send this stuff will be, because, you know, postage is stupid high. And I'm going to tell you, I put in the packages ink spots, and these are ink spots. They're little mini ink pads that I have gotten from Stampin' Up. Some with paper pumpkin. I don't know how I got other ones, but anyways, I have a lot of these that I have the full ink pad size for, and so I thought I'm just going to share these also. If they're not inky inside, I apologize. They're not opened, so I can't check them to see how inky they are. Some of them I have had for a little while though, so if they're not inky and you don't have refills in those colors, I apologize. Just toss them and enjoy the ones that are good. Okay, that out of the way. We're continuing on with our stamping A to Z, where I've started at the beginning of the alphabet, and we're working through all of my stamp sets. As a retired Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I have a lot of sets from before, during, and after my time with Stampin' Up!, some of which are brand new, and I never got to use them. So my goal this year is to try to get to use all of those. So I've started at the beginning and at the end, working my way through, trying to get these stamp sets used. And so last week we used Balloon, which one was it? Balloon Bash. And if you remember, I thought that I had a die set that went with that, and pulled it out and started making a center. And I was like, wait, this isn't lining up. And I wasn't quite sure what I was doing wrong. And then I realized I went with Balloon Adventures, which is this week's set. So at least I have my measurements kind of figured out and know what I'm doing. And, oh, we didn't pull out. Did I pull out the one from the end? We're in the W's on the end. No, I didn't. So tomorrow, oh, I didn't close my Wildflower Meadow. Oh, if you didn't watch my video with Wildflower Meadows, that was broken up into 2 episodes actually, because we did some alcohol ink backgrounds. That one's still a little bit sticky. And I have to apologize because I kept referring to my blue as Pacific Point. And out of the clear blue sky, I think it was Saturday, it's like, you know, that wasn't Pacific Point. What was the name of that color? Well, it's one of the current in colors by Stampin' Up. It was Tahitian Tide. Yeah, it was this one. And I called it Pacific Point the entire time. So my apologies. And see, maybe it's a good thing I am not a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator any longer because I can't keep my color straight. Okay, so W's next one. Oh, I just spilled a bunch of flowers all over. I bet Ella's going to enjoy that. Okay. So next. Oh, Whiskey Business. That'll probably be tomorrow. Oh, I didn't even think about that one. That's another one of those ones that was kind of tough for me. I liked cards that I had seen made with that when they used glossy accents and made the bottle, the decanter, look like a glass bottle. The glass as well they could do. Hey, get out of my plant, little girl. But I never was able to master that. Ay, guess where you're going. Yeah, you. Little one. Little monster. Adios. Out you go. Out in the cat. Oh, yeah, so I don't know what I'll do with that one. More flowers. But today's is Balloon Adventure. Now that she's back out in the hallway. I don't like keeping that door shut because I like to be able to hear if the dogs need something. But she's gonna just, whatever, be a pain in the butt. Okay, so let's see. Balloon Adventure, and you're creating this one with me. It's been a pretty busy weekend. I didn't get up here and do any more to this. And this morning as I was trying to let the dogs out, they started to get the door open and get out themselves, and I grabbed my son's one dog to bring him in, who is humongous, and pulled my back a little bit, so I'm already struggling. See, this is what I needed. When I did the die cutting, I had this centerpiece, and I was like, why don't I have a stamp that goes across there that I could fit a sentiment in? I do. In the correct stamp set, I do. Yeah, there's two of them. Cool beans. This is going to work a whole lot better now that I'm using the right stamp set. So let's start with the inside piece of the card, because this is, there it is. And I don't know that I ever made a card with this. I mean, I did the die cutting because I wanted to see how to put this together. I really wasn't too sure when I first got it. But I don't know that I ever used this to make a card. So we're going to play. Oh, and I meant to grab out. I have some, and they're just scraps. It's sort of like a Mylar paper from something. And I was going to try to use those to cut out maybe the balloons. But I don't know. It might not go with my colors. Nope. So I did figure out my measuring. And I have a piece of, this is a retired one. See, the Tahitian Tide was not retired, but this is Grapefruit Grove. Or if you have some leftover Peekaboo Peach, or I don't know, you could use pumpkin pie. You could use whatever color you have. The whole goal of this project this year was to use supplies that we have in our stash without running out and buying more. And so I had pulled out, because this is another one of those sets, Birthday Bonanza. And there's a stamp set that has all the little toucans and stuff with it, and koala bears. But some of this paper, you know, with the ice cream cones and the candles and the balloons and stuff, just lent itself towards a birthday card. Look at this one. Actually, I think that might be what I was using. It is. I mean, these are just like really cool designs that say birthday party to me. So anyways, when I pulled this package out, I just, as always with Stampin' Up! Products, they list the colors on the back that coordinate with the paper. And so that's how I got my colors. And so I pulled out a bunch of different colors. And we'll get started on a Grapefruit Grove one. I'm going to make my inside panel the same color, and then we'll use the Designer Series paper to decorate it up. So we need, put my little, oh, almost fell down in the crack of the table there. To do the die matte layer, the pop-up center, I guess, we need an 8.5 by 5.5. Let's see if this one's big enough. Ooh, it is 5.5, and I'm pretty sure it's 8.5. Yep, 8.5 by 5.5. How lucky can I get? So, half a sheet of a piece of cardstock is what you need for the center. And then we're going to do some scoring to make this a pop-up. We have to score at 2.5, preferably straight. Oh, I feel that wasn't in there. 2.5, 4.5, and 6. Then I'm going to take the die and line it up. And it does have some little indicators on here so you can get it centered. So let's get that on here. But what was a little, if I line it up in between the two score lines, it's not going to work right. So let's just line it up here. No, I don't like that. I'm going to line it up in the center. It does. It's a piece of paper, you know. If it doesn't work, I'll do another one. I'll do it both ways, and we'll see how this goes. That's the name of the game. Oh, you know what I could do? I did cut this other one out. How did I line it up? This was when I first got in and was playing with it, trying to figure out, maybe I don't have my measurements right because this one is on the score line and it fits in between. This one's wrong. That would be my culprit. Oh, come here. I need a ruler for a minute. Is this just a normal ruler? No. I didn't really want to have to take this off screen to measure it, but I will. This one is at 4 1/4. What did I measure? 4 1/4. But I'm an idiot. I must not have done it right. Oh, see? Well, that's okay. We'll use that other piece when we go to do our greeting and stuff on the front. 5.5. As a matter of fact, some of these corners on this paper, I've had this for so long, some of the corners are getting a little bit dog-eared. Two and a half. Oh, I probably did 4.5. Guess I wasn't paying attention. 2.5. But that doesn't make sense. Aren't you glad you tuned in today just to watch me? How about, no, 2.5 is good. And then 4 1/4, and then 6. I just didn't do it right, that's all. 2.5, 4 1/4. I did. I'm sure I went to 4.5 because I know how to read a ruler. Then 6. Let's see if this one lines up better. Well, look at that. When you measure it right, it fits between the two score lines, and the little indicator down there says, yep, there's the other score line. What a goofball. Okay, washi tape to hold this in place so we can die cut it. Oh, forgot my back was a little achy there, and that kind of hurt. Put a piece of stick in here. Stay. And that's why, because it's going to move around a little. So, finally quit snowing, and today actually looks like a spring day. I put my hoodie back on because I had opened the window to get some fresh air, and I was chilly, but now I'm actually a little warm again. So, let's get that off. And we need our cut and emboss machine, or your Big Shot, whichever you happen to have. Or if you're like me and you have them both, whichever one is handy. Hope this works. I still need a couple birthday cards to send out this week. Okay. And then I got to figure out how we want to decorate our balloons up. Do we just want to ink over them, or stamp them? I mean, ink over them with stamps, or do we want to die cut? Well, I actually have some of the pieces die cut already. Oh. Let's see how that goes. Got the little bits here. Now before I fold it, I'm probably going to stamp on white and glue it on. I don't know. I was going to say, before I fold this on the score lines, I should probably consider my stamping. If I want to stamp my balloons, I would want to do that before I fold it. So let's see, what do we have here? We have, oh, I took them out. There are some pieces that I did die cut. And I did cut one of those out of white. We have some more and do decorating with. Let's stamp that one. These are die cut out of terracotta tile. And the reason I picked the Grapefruit Grove and terracotta tile was because I had picked out that pretty orange paper I told you looked birthday-ish, this stuff. Because that's what I would like to use to make my panels on the inside. Some of the other colors in here, in that paper pack, were Bermuda Bay and Coastal Cabana. Those are pretty together. That would make a pretty card. Oh, you know what? I have to do a boy baby card. Congratulations. Daffodil Delight, Mango Melody, and Grapefruit Grove, and the terracotta tile. Crumb Cake and Smoky Slate are also used in that paper. So you have quite a variety of colors to use. I'll still show my line in the middle. Wonder if I use my marker, if I can fill that line in. Keep my bucket down there, my garbage can. It's my score line. Well, that might help it a lot, huh? Okay. This is what we get when we start creating and not having a full card planned out, huh? All right. Then, let me see. You know what? I could do, ew. I stuck my finger in the ink. Let's see. What other color could we do and cut one out of there? Maybe the white. If I'm going to put a white banner on here with my greeting, maybe I could do a white die cut over top of that. Huh? Sure, why not? All right, let's do a polka dot one. Give me a scrap of white here, and we'll get a balloon out. You know what? Maybe while I'm at it, I'm going to do a little white bow. Oh, my man, I'm just kind of looking at what some of these other little designs are that cut out of here. Well, that one has a stamp too. And candles. What else do we have? A lot of stuff. Oh, no, it's not candles. Oh, I could stamp on my bow. There's a stamp for that. Oh, that's going to brighten it up. Alrighty. Cool beans. White's not such a bad idea to add. Come on. There's that. This. Yeah, putting it together is going to be the easy part. It's the planning it out that usually takes me a few minutes here and there. I didn't measure my panels here. Well, these are 2.5, right? 2.5 inches on either side. 2.5 by 5.5. I'm missing a little red ruler and it's driving me crazy. I'm going to take all my pieces off of there. Am I whining like a baby? All right, 2.5 by 5.5. Yes. So if we want to put designer paper on the inside of each of those panels, which I do, I can do 2.25 by 5.25. And that's going to give me a nice little border around there. Okay. 2.25 by 5.25. And as you can see, I'm just trying to get my stuff laid out here before we start gluing it all together. So 5.25. to that. Let's figure out what we want to stamp on the inside there. I think there were a couple of curved, yep, little messages. Party on, and the best is yet to come. How about on the front? Maybe we'll say, I like this one. No one deserves a happier birthday than you. And we'll do party on in the, I don't know, do I want to do that, or do I want to say the best is yet to come? Or we could do that on the front. Here's to another year full of adventure. The best is yet to come. That'll work nice, won't it? I think so. All right, I need my little stamp mat here. And what else too? Oh, we could get really crazy here, huh? We could make this back die cut out of the terracotta tile and do this on white, layer it up, and stamp in terracotta on that one. Or no, that's not a die, you silly girl. We can stamp a border around it. Oops, stay there. So I think there was only the large die. Cover them all up here. Oh, no, you know how I did this? I was going to say there is no die. You know how I did this? I used this center die for the pop out and put a piece of white behind it. Just layered a piece of white across the center and die cut it again so that I could get a banner. That's what I did. I forgot. Because I wanted my banner to be a different color. The only thing I'm going to have to watch is there a crease line in there? There is not. Oh, I don't know if this is going to work the way I wanted it to. We'll see. Nothing ventured, nothing gained, right? Oh, it didn't work. Look at your words didn't all come out. What is that about? Well, and I should have known better. You know, I didn't do it on a scrap paper first. Got it? Oh, now you do. Of course. Of course. All right. Well, let's cut another piece. Let me just show you how I did that banner. Move my stamp mat, move all my stamps, everything out of the way so I can lose it all. Yeah. So what are you guys working on? I want to finish this one up today, and then I need to have some ideas, and that's always the scary part, is the idea, you know. I have some ideas of the cards that I want to prepare for our stamp group. What is today? Today's the 20th for me, so next week. Yes, remember, if you are one of the ladies who joins us, that we had to change our date. It is not this Tuesday. It is the 20, is that going to be the 28th? Excuse me, I'll tell you. No, I won't. Not off of that, I guess. Where's my phone? Ooh, that's bad too. My son was supposed to let me know if he needs me to go over and check on his dog. I told you was going to have some surgery to remove some tumors. And they did think that several of them are cancerous. So she made it through the surgery fine. They were all very small. Of course, it looks horrible because, you know, if you have pets and you've had to have anything taken care of on them, they shave all their fur around it. So the poor little dog's got these great big shave spots for these little tiny masses that they took out. Let's double check the date. The 28th at noon. Yes, not this Tuesday, next Tuesday at noon. So anyways, she made it through her surgery okay, and didn't the little bugger open up her boo-boo in the middle of the night? And so they had to take her back to the vet in the morning, and the vet fixed her up again. But then my son and daughter-in-law both had to go back to work today. Now I'm just going to trim this little banner out on the spots that were created from the die. I made it really easy. If you have a, a banner die or a banner punch, you're a step ahead. And I really, you think the shadow's bad on the work table that I'm at, you should try to fussy cut something. There's really a shadow. Sorry, I'm just trimming this off the ends, trying to stay in the lines. And actually, this paper that I'm using is a piece of shimmer white. I can see the little sparkles in it. Okay. And there's my banner for the inside. So that's how I got that. Now let's see if it will stamp the right way. Be nice to me. Yay! Okay. So what else do we want to do to the inside of that? Anything? Yes, I put my finger in the ink again. Good Lord. Like a child, she is. Yeah, I'm going to have to put a little score mark in there, I think. Because I wonder why the die didn't do that. Oh, because there isn't one, that's why. That would be why. Okay. I'm going to have to do the score mark on the polka dotted white balloon also. So let's work on that so we can get this all folded up to put inside. Did I just hit you in the head? Sorry. I'm so mean. I think what I'll do is get that here. balloon up on there. Should I glue them down first? I lost my banner. I think I am going to glue them down first. I'm afraid they're going to move around on there, and I'm not going to get the score lines in the right spots. Oh, and this is my stupid glue bottle that I think, is plugged up. There we go. Oh, see, and the Tombow always so running. Oh yeah, so anyways, I'm going to finish this card up now and start working on the stuff for our card group next week. I think we'll do an Easter card that the ladies, if they don't possibly celebrate Easter, maybe they could just make into a spring, happy spring card or a birthday card, whatever. There's always extra greetings around to make it something different if it doesn't suit you. So we'll do that, and I know one of the ladies wanted to do something with, why I did this on my cutting board is beyond me. Wanted to do something with little critters. So I was going to pull out one of the stamp sets with little animals on it, and we could do something with that. Make sure that's stuck on there. All right, now let's do the score marks in that. Say a prayer, you guys. Right. Well, scored it. That's a yay. So now what we want to do is a mountain fold in the center where it's going to pop out. And these little tiny strings, they were a challenge on the first one that I did too. And then these are valley folds where we will adhere them to the inside of the card. Ooh, I should have done the bow too. I forgot to fold the bow. Okay. It would have been nicer if my bone folder didn't have dirties on it. Got some inky mark. Better. Better. Great. So let's put these little pieces on. Okay. I do have a little strip of that left that we can put along the bottom. Ooh, see? I want it to be blobby. That's why I like my little fine tip one. I'll have to try to clean that nozzle out and put some more glue in there and make sure that it'll behave. Yay. And the other little dotted balloon. With spring comes, of course, allergies. So now that I've had a voice for several weeks, I think that's all about to change. Yeah, I'm gonna have to try to remember to use my nasal spray, my allergy medicine before I do videos so that I don't lose my voice, because I can already feel it going today. And it was being pretty decent earlier. But you never know. Oh, look, there's lots of room then to put, I wonder if I should just put some little white panels on the inside so that we can write any extra messages. Oops, ooh, I'm gonna do that. That had the pearls on there that I'm waiting for addresses. Don't want to really share that. I think I will. I think that'll be pretty with that across the bottom. Okay, so that is, excuse me while I pull this up so I can see, this is 3 1/4. Nope, it is not. It is 3 1/2 when I lay it out flat. So we need 3 1/4 pencil because I can't remember anything. 3 1/4 by, and I think this part would be different depending on where you lay your die. So that is like 3/4 of an inch. So I'll cut it to 1/2. Let's just make a 1/2 inch strip to go across there. You know, if you move your die up or down just a little bit, this piece on the bottom would be a different width. Three and a quarter. So now you're getting to see the whole planning thought process here when I'm doing my cards. Trial and error, figuring it out. How do I want to put it together? Maybe, I know some of you may not really want to see that. Might prefer just seeing how to make the, oh, come on, don't do that. Oh, I got them on there crooked. No, 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 no. Not after all that. Come on, gently. I didn't have it pushed down on there tight, so I think I can get it off. Yay. Wow. So if you prefer just to see the, doing it again, finished card, we do that quite often actually. Hopefully you didn't find this too maddening. Here we are. And I can fold that easily. These are done. Now that we have everything together, okay, let's put this in our card. We haven't done the front yet. Oh my goodness, I'm at 45 minutes and I haven't done a front. Ah! Panic! No. Never a panic. Because you know what? You guys can always stop if you're busy and come back and watch the rest later. Or leave whenever you are ready to. So I'm going to line that side up first. And then glue this side. Put adhesive on this other panel. And line these edges up. We watched a movie last night with Mark Wahlberg. I think it was called Instant Family. And I think it was like from 2018, but we had never seen it before, so it was new to me. It was such a good movie. And look at that, we have a little pop-up card. And yes, it took a few more minutes than just a regular card, but it is kind of a fun fold. Okay, so if I want to add a couple white panels in here, these were 2 1/4 by 5 1/4. So let's just cut 2 inches by 5 inches, and that'll give us a nice little 2 inches by 5. Do these happen to, I don't know what those are, but those are scraps from something else, and they fit. Oh, this is that shimmer paper, that's why. I must have had my stuff in here. It's almost 5 and 1 3/4, so close enough. I must have put those in there when I took some extra card packs away from Christmas or something from one of the workshops. This will give you room to write your little message and sign your name. And I'm glad we added the white in here. I like that. Now let's make it really birthday. Add some Winka Stella. Give it a little shimmer. Aw, that's nice. And then on our front, get a piece of that that one's not quite big enough. I got sidetracked listening to the birdies. I love the sound of spring. Oh, that one's big enough. So we need 4 1/8, 4 1/8, 5 3/8, 5 3/8. That'll go on our front. And then we'll need a piece of white to stamp our greeting on. Oh, you know what was weird this time? So I'm going to do this one at 3 3/4 by 5. Usually we do the outside of our card and then I work on the inside either off camera or unless we're doing something special. Today we actually spent the time working on the inside of our card and the outside is going to be super simple. This one here. Quite opposite from what we usually do. Let's put these stamps in here before I lose them. And here's to another year full of adventure. Do I need a big acrylic block for that one? That's a nice big greeting. This one in here. I have stuff out everywhere. Sorry for the crinkle. Then let's just do it in here so that we can get a nice good impression and restamp if I need to. That'll save a minute. And you can decorate this up even further if you like to. You know, adding a balloon or something on the front. Oh, tomorrow's has me worried. The whiskey business one. Yeah, I just don't know what I'm going to do with that card. Yep. Terracotta tiles, what we were using to stamp with. Oh, too much stuff here. Everything's getting stuck. Oh, thank you for using my Stamparatus. All right. And then how about let's put I was going to put It's Your Birthday, but that might be too much. Cool beans. Tape runner. Okay, Cotta. Get that centered on our orange pattern. Just add a little extra on there since we have quite a bit of paper on the inside. Get that centered in the middle here. Up a little bit. Up a little bit. Yay! I guess we could add some little dots or something on that. Sparkle it up. I wanted to pull out my bling tray anyway and get some of the stuff out of there to put with the ladies' packages. So, oh look, here's some little stars. And this bag is full of just, oh, that's kind of like a flirty flamingo. That might not look right. Samples and stuff that my upline had sent, or leftover bits from kits that I only had like 1 or 2 things left on it. Ooh, here's some dots. These will work. And I just always put them in this zipper bag. And it's come in handy so many times when I have little odd, not that star, it belongs on another sheet. And I need just a little something, something, you know? This is stuck on another piece of paper there. Nice! Here's to another year full of adventure. You can color in your words on this stamp set. That'd be fun. The best is yet to come. I might stamp, maybe not on that one now because I have that beads on the front, but I might look for something that just says happy birthday. Cool beans. So thanks for being with me today while we used yet one more stamp set that was on my shelf and one more accomplished card. And tomorrow, hopefully I'll figure out something to do with that whiskey business card. Is that the name of that one? Now I've covered it up. Oh well, we'll find out when we get busy with that. And go make a card, you guys. Go use your stuff up. Don't just let it sit in a box. Use it up, do something. Send it out and make somebody smile. I'll see y'all later. Thanks for being here. Bye.